So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Ultra. Yellow.
And the tight end goes in motion left.
Ready?
On 1st down, going back to Patterson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the 1st round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw.
Got his man. It's London.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
They'll start out here with the option left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper.
Well, this defense for the Falcons, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Over the middle, complete to Judy. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. This play to move the sticks.
They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And now look at this, big gain but a fumble. And fortunately he's able to get this one back, so it is a 1st down. And defensively maybe an opportunity miss there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble. And big sigh of relief, huh?
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it. to throw now on first down. And he will find his man on the outside. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Going to try the right side. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
That's exactly what you're looking for, the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Beginning on the ground with Patterson. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
They'll go again with Patterson.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Taken from just outside the 30. We're scoreless after 1. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. A pass for Sutton is intercepted.
picked up by Jesse Bates.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. Second down and 3.
Hey, go steal.
Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That one a first down pickup of 8. The Falcons are the perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. And they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
He'll decide to keep this once more.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Desmond Ridder,
25 yards.
And the Falcons post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Point after here coming up. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little?
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Partner, we ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and helped. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Now an option play, and he'll keep it. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. First down. They'll set up to throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. They'll look to throw here. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for 3rd down.
Playing pass all the way.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw.
This pass is caught by London.
Touchdown, Falcons!
Drake London,
his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Falcons go up by 2 touchdowns.
Koo now for the point after. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Going for the deep ball. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Casey Hayward.
And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying again another day.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with Patterson. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
They'll give it to Patterson.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room.
Okay, ready? Strike it.
They'll throw now on the final play. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Back to throw. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Looking to throw. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Out of the gun now on third down.
That's taken in by Dulcich.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 41-yard line. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
And that's well executed there on third down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Here's 2nd and 10.
He'll drop to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
They'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown. A great effort there. 36 yards.
And the Broncos have cut it back within a score.
Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 13-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
Slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, no theory.
Here's Patterson again. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 68 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
1st and 10, it's Patterson. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
3rd down, here's Patterson.
And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They're going to try and throw.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. He will have the conversion and more than that. Now he's loose down the left sideline.
Touchdown, Falcons! That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. They go with the option on the 2-point try, and the decision to pitch it worked out.
Almost felt like basketball, didn't it? Remember when the dribbler draw, drive, and dish? How about that one? Drew everyone to him, dished it to the running back. He takes it in.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot.
And my goodness, another interception. Isaiah Oliver with the INT.
And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Boy, missed tackles continuing to plague this defense, and they surrender another big play and a touchdown here.
Yeah, by my count, at least 2 guys had shots at it, maybe even more than that. But this defense, they looked out of sorts all game long. That was definitely not one of their better efforts right there.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On play action, they'll throw. A gritty play there. Put his nose down and got his guys a first. And Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Escaping, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah. He needs better protection, that's for sure. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Lorenzo Carter, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Here we go. Here we go. Strike. Strike.
And they'll begin by running the option. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 2nd down and 8. Out of the gun, a run with Patterson. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it 1 more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Give him 5 on the QB run, but it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Patterson
We'll get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2.
That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think so.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Cordell Patterson. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw here. Flushed out right. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side, and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Buying time to his left.
Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And he is going to have a Broncos first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And now here's another interception. Isaiah Oliver with the INT.
And the Falcons are going to take over here up near the 40.
That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off and improved fruitful to get the pick.
He went through all those rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
A shotgun handoff to Patterson, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
This was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute, both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because that's what football's all about. A true team game, and they got it done in this one.
So for the Falcons, they remain as hot as anyone at 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they will get a home date next week against the Los Angeles Chargers.